Hey guys, this is Dan from EDM Academy, and in this reference video, I'm going to explain what an LFO is and how it's used. LFO stands for Low Frequency Oscillator. If you don't know what an oscillator is, I recommend watching our reference video on oscillators and frequency. If you know what an oscillator is, then you understand the four basic wave shapes: sine, square, saw, and triangle. An LFO is simply a wave shape that is used to control something instead of producing a sound. For example, if you wanted to give a pulsating volume effect to an instrument, you would use an LFO on its volume. Let's look at an example. On this AutoPan device, I have the phase set to 0, which gives me a simple LFO that controls the volume of the track. As you can see, the LFO shape is set to a sine wave. Let's take a listen to how this sounds. The way in which the volume moves will be different with other wave shapes. If you look at the frequency rate, it's set to 1 Hz. This is where the low frequency part of LFO comes from. If a normal sound-producing oscillator were at a frequency of 1 Hz, you would not be able to hear it as the range of human hearing drops out below 20 Hz. However, if we set the LFO even to 10 Hz, it will sound as though it's working quite quickly. Most LFOs have an amount or depth option, which controls how drastically the LFO affects its assigned control. LFOs don't just control volume. They can control virtually anything: panning, pitch, filters, and so on. The only limitations are the coding of the synth or effect you're using. So now that you understand the basics of LFOs, go out and experiment. Using LFOs is a great way to make your sounds and instruments more interesting. That's all for now. Remember to subscribe for weekly video updates. And for more video tutorials, visit edmacademy.net.